My name is Greta Sanders, and I'm going to be telling you the legend of Coyote and the Mountain Sheep. Now, this legend stems from the Kalispel tribe, and this tribe stretches from Montana all the way to the Pacific. And so we're going to talk about a couple of the characters in this legend before we get started. So the first character, Coyote, mentioned in the title, is a symbol of a trickster in Kalispel legend lore. And this coyote, he has a really good heart and he wants to do what's right, but he's kind of dumb. Luckily for him, he has a wise and patient friend, Fox. I'm going to get started telling this tale of the Coyote and Mountain Sheep, a Kalispel tribe legend. One day, Coyote was traveling on a long road. He had journeyed far. He came to a place that was just near current-day Missoula. Now, what he came to was a very tall cliff, and up at the top of the cliff was this huge boulder. And this boulder, if you were strong enough, could be pushed off the cliff down below. Now, on this cliff lived a very clever but very mean mountain sheep. This mountain sheep liked to kill people. He would invite passerby to come and try and push the rock off of the cliff. They were not strong enough to push the boulder off the cliff, and so when they would fail, the mountain sheep would tell them to come look over the cliff at the sheep below. While the people were looking over the cliff, the mountain sheep would sneak up behind them and push them off the cliff, where they would fall to their deaths on the rock below. Now, Coyote was passing this cliff, and as he walked by, Mountain Sheep yelled at him, "Hey, Coyote, come over here." Coyote walked over to him. When Mountain Sheep noticed that Coyote was armed with a bow and arrow, he said, "Coyote, you have bow and arrows. I would like you to shoot the sheep down below." Coyote walked over to the edge of the cliff and peeked down below. As he was looking at the sheep, Mountain Sheep snuck over behind him and pushed him off the cliff to his death on the rock below. Now, Fox happened to be walking by at this time. Fox saw Coyote and jumped over his body. When Fox jumped over him, Coyote started to stir. He rubbed his eyes and stretched, and he said, "Fox, I must have been asleep a long time." And Fox said, "Coyote, you were dead. I told you not to come here." Coyote said, "I will be revenged." So Coyote started up the very tall, very high cliff yet again. As he passed, Mountain Sheep again yelled, "Hey, Coyote, come over here." Coyote walked over to the Mountain Sheep and said, "What do you want?" The Mountain Sheep said, "You have bow and arrow. I would like you to shoot the sheep down below." The Coyote agreed and walked over to the cliff, but Coyote was clever. He pretended like he could not see the sheep down below and asked the Mountain Sheep to point them out. Mountain Sheep pointed them out, and Coyote pretended like he could not see them again. So Mountain Sheep leaned a little farther over the cliff, and Coyote snuck up behind him and pushed him off the cliff to his death, just like so many others before him. As Coyote stood on the top of the cliff, watching the Mountain Sheep fall, he said, "If I had not killed you and let you go on, you would have killed all the people." And that is the story of Coyote and Mountain Sheep. Thank you.